I'm going to be talking about the three character strengths that I chose after taking the test, which were honesty, humor, and fairness. Um, I think they're the most important because they can also be taught to others. They served me well throughout my career, and I think it's important to think about the things that you can pass on to others when you're going through your work career or your educational career. Um, I chose humor mostly because I think that it's important to keep things light. It's important to always look at the bright side and not be stuck in kind of a pattern of negativity or maybe just getting discouraged with things. I always try to make jokes or lighten the mood if there's an awkward moment or anything like that. I've always been taught that humor is a big part of life, and it's a big part of just being happy in general. And being funny is something that I was always told that I am. I chose honesty because, as it says, speaking the truth, but more broadly presenting oneself in a genuine way and acting in a sincere way, being without pretense, taking responsibility for one's feelings and actions. I think just being honest is really important. I'm always honest about my feelings. I'm always honest to the people that I care about, the people around me. And I just think that there's really no room for being dishonest. It doesn't get anybody anywhere, and it doesn't really solve any problems. It doesn't help get to the root of problems, and it certainly doesn't help anybody move on. But I also associate honesty with being a really good professional. So fairness kind of goes with the honesty aspect, treating all people the same according to notions and fairness and justice, not letting feelings bias decisions about others or giving everyone a fair chance. Everybody has their past, but that doesn't mean that that's who they are now. Even for myself, I think that a lot of people could practice this a lot more. Everyone has, they deserve a chance until they're proven otherwise. And I think people also deserve the same tools for success. I don't think that people necessarily are more deserving than others just because of something they may have done. Just treating people fairly um, for what they present and not for what they may have done. Just, who they are in that moment. And I think that's really important. Um, I wasn't really shocked by any of my test results. I'm pretty self-aware. I've also taken a few of these personality trait tests. There's one that I read about in the psychopath test that I thought was pretty interesting. I use these a lot in my everyday life, not even thinking about it. I'm a mother. I'm an operations manager by trade. Working in warehouses with food is really what I come from. But I think that working in that industry, there comes a lot of honesty and integrity, and people really want to take your word for it when you say that you have a good product. So if you're talking about yourself, you are the good product. And I think that having connections with your peers is really important. And maybe those three things to me make it easier to have those really good connections with networking. And I think that these character traits could apply to anything in the future, really, because if you're honest and you're a lighthearted person and you're easy to get along with and you're fair, I think that there's a lot more success stories with those types of people. I think honesty with any client or relationship or even with yourself is very important to being happy. And me personally, I don't really know what I want to pursue in the future. As far as my degrees, I just come here for kind of education and seeing where I want to go. I have an idea, but I'm just sure that they could apply anywhere that I went. But thank you for listening to my spiel, and I will talk to you guys later.